Welcome. My name is Michael Mastro. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Vastu Creations. Today we're going to look at the chart for Sara Silverman, um, legendary comedian. If you look to the eastern horizon using Vedic sidereal zodiac, you would see the constellation associated with Scorpio rising at 8 degrees. First, we're going to see how the planets are operating in our chart and then when they're operating during certain events and what could be done to strengthen the chart. So, first off, Sun rules the career house. It is placed in the first house and it is strong in her chart. Strong Sun gives great leadership abilities. So her career, being a leader in a comedic world, which she used as a coping mechanism for some childhood trauma. Her parents divorced at a very young age. Moon is ruling the house of good fortune, and it is placed in beliefs, and it is placed in the second house of wealth. So this connects good fortune, wealth to performing in front of the public. Moon has to do with the public entertainment. And then we have challenging Mars. Mars is ruling the house of health, and it is placed in the 12th house of addictions and uh, things like that. It makes her very pitta. She's prone to depression and anxiety. And then Mars sitting in the house of surgery can result in surgery at some points in her life. Then we have weak infant state afflicted by K2 Mercury. Now, K2 can be cutting and surgery, and Mercury is the throat, the voice, communication, sitting in the second house of voice and communications. So she did have throat surgery, some kind of issue called epiglottis. Uh, and she is known for her controversial speech. If you look in Wikipedia, that she's gotten in trouble for offending some one group or another at many times during her comedic career. So, but this connects, this is how she gains her income and wealth through controversial speech that makes people laugh. Then weak placement, old Jupiter. Jupiter is sitting in the 12th house. It's in old age. It rules the house of wealth. So the wealth is connected to being an outsider. 12th house is learning to let go uh, and not be so serious about things. So she had a lot of depression. She had a lot of trauma, and she used comedy to not take it so seriously, laugh at it, help other people laugh at their own problems. And Jupiter is also influence, so that she's a big influence to a lot of people to let go and not take everything so seriously. Jupiter is also having to do with the norms. She is being in the 12th house. She's an atheist. She's brought up with the Jewish faith. But she's an atheist, she's a vegetarian from a very young age. Um, Definitely an outsider that makes you laugh. Then you have challenging Venus. Venus is ruling the 12th house in its own sign. So again, outsider, you know, not being an atheist, health issues like misophonia, addicted, depression. She actually met her boyfriend during COVID. She got addicted to video games and met him as a mentor with her video games. Then we have weak placement with Saturn. Saturn is ruling the house of happiness through family, but it's placed in the sixth house of inner conflict. So this makes hard work to create a family. So family got delayed, and there was depression there, and then we are challenging Rahu and Ketu, always opposite each other in this situation. There's a conflict between home life and career. The career home life balance is something that she's learning. She's not been able to keep a relationship very long. I think she's had a lot of relationships. Here, let's look at the timing of events. In 76, her parents got divorced during a Saturn period. Saturn ruling family, sitting in the house of divorce, six out the divorce. Then in 93, she got a big break to be on SNL, although this is during a Jupiter period. She was let go, sitting in the house of let go. Some wealth, some fame, but then she was let go. She wasn't quite ready for it. 2007, she got the Sarah Silverman show, TV show program during a Rahu period, gave her some ambition and boost to happiness. 2009, she split with Jimmy Kimmel, who's also a fellow comedian, in a Jupiter period. Jupiter is partner and sitting in the 12th house of endings. Then in 2010, she came out with a memoir during a Jupiter period, Jupiter bringing wealth and fame. I think the title is Bedwetter. She had a problem with bedwetting all her life. 2016, she had throat surgery for this epiglottitis. I'm not sure how to say it right. Anyway, and so that's during a Rahu Ketu period. Ketu is afflicting Mercury. Mercury's sitting in the second house of throat, and it affects communication. And also, Mars is afflicting Jupiter in the 12th house of surgery. So, Jupiter is the ruler of the throat. So, what could be done to strengthen the chart? Well, she does a lot of community service work that's transforming Venus, Mars, and Rahu and Ketu. Um, and the rest of the planets could be strengthened. My favorite remedy, a kavash, which is a silver locket containing the Devata yantras and mantras for her benefic planets. If you'd like to get a kavash or get a reading or learn Vedic astrology, you can go to vastucreations.com. Thank you so much for listening. See you next time.